what's about tonight? I just want to share my very last, right now, just now, experience. And I was feeling like recording a video, so, but I first checked some. I don't. I was on my YouTube homepage, and some video was there. It's also on, like, the total views were like 900 something. It was uploaded 3 days ago, and it was like less than a minute long. A girl playing guitar, singing some song, obviously. Um, then I checked her channel, and I saw her. Mostly she's covering songs, and she has a few songs that are her own. And yeah, and the videos are, some of them her just playing, and some of them are some edits. But the thing is, she was, her style of creating these videos, the songs, and also the visuals was just so carefree. She was just doing some random edits, and some of them were beautiful, but still very random, like not professional, which makes them good. Like, just a few pictures of interesting visuals coming together, and some other edits are just uh, probably like a joke or humorous, like, if I say it, it can be obvious who I talk about, so I kind of stop there. But just some very random edit, like an intimate, not intimate, unanimated, the object that doesn't move by itself. What is it called? Image. I really can't remember the word, but yeah, an object, like anything, right? It's just she edited it as running. It's just so random, and if there is a joke behind it, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's between her and her friends. But it's even better if it's not even an inside joke. It's just something that happens in her head, and if it's just so random, it's even more clever to me. So I found her, and she was also pretty, and like playing guitar, writing her songs, and it was not just a teenager doing what's cool. The lyrics were sincere. It was real. It was also so good to me. Like, so good means it was real. It was her real emotions, and it was obvious. And it was good lyrics, in my opinion. Anyway, so she was this beautiful, younger than me, way younger than me, I guess. And talented, and also humorous, and also playing some game, obviously enjoying some video games, something like that. Has editing skills, has her own style, like this, her own likes, obviously. And it made me, wow. It is just so good. She has so much that I want to see in myself. And the verse is that I all along have believed that I am like that, but I haven't, it's a personality, but I haven't produced anything, literally. anything tangible. I wasn't able to do it, or I just didn't do it. I don't know. But she was out there with her ways and not even trying to get views, in my opinion. Well, she might be wanting it, but it's not her, like, her focus. I can sense it. It's obvious. She's really free there. And so, I have believed that I hold those qualities, but I can see them in her, but I can see them in me when I look at my life or my space. So I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. The worst, what makes it worse is she's younger than me. I think she's probably in high school or something. And since she's young and I have already passed those years, I feel like, oh shit, I can't explain this really. Why does it make me feel worse that I am older and she's younger? Ugh. I can actually sense why it makes me feel worse. Because it brings up a kind of like a shame that speaks like, oh, she was just able to be herself and not like fear of being like that, or just not trying to be approved. Or she was just like that and she took it, she owned it, I don't know, she's free. And but you just didn't do it. So like you were too much of a coward to do anything to get something out of yourself. You couldn't pull it. Like, yeah, that's there is a word in my language, but I was, it means you couldn't pull yourself to do it. Like the courage. I'm talking about the courage. It means you couldn't be courageous enough to do that. So it makes you feel down, and it makes you feel disappointed and a little bit shame, and oh, I must be so bad that I am not courageous. The real pain is in thinking that you weren't courageous. There is this breaking kind of feeling internally. Yeah, you broke there. Like you're breaking there. Like when you think that you couldn't pull yourself to do it, in terms of bravery, you suddenly stop believing in yourself, and like you don't feel like trying. You just don't feel like, you just want to think about that truth, that how did I not how, how did I not do it, how did I not gather myself to do it. You just want to focus on that. Yeah, that was the feeling. Oh, my hair really looks so bad. Sorry for looking so bad. But I just can't. Oh, I really look so bad. Okay. Should I turn back to this? Because I don't want to really bother you. I know I don't care, but I don't want to bother people by looking so bad. But this is very uncomfortable. Anyway. So yeah, that was the feeling. Yeah. That's her being younger than me. I never looked at the camera, right? What if I do like this? So I should look at the camera when I speak. So her being younger than me made me feel like this. This courage. I have believed that I hold those qualities, but somehow I can't really see them, so I also can't be sure if I hold those qualities. Like, what makes you think that you have them? Like the originality, or but I mean, I know at some point, of course, I encountered with those certain uh, qualities of mine, the ones that I think I hold, and even if it's like little things, I made some producing too with them. But she's just, especially about creation, she was ahead of me. Of course, I mean, I didn't do almost anything regarding music. I did very little things, but she was able to make her sounds actually. Like, I don't know what, if there's like a program she's using or whatever, I don't know. And she was editing, and she was also obviously better with this computational computer skills, which I feel weak in. I never used an editing program before. I can't imagine myself really being able to do stuff like that, like giving animation to an object or whatever. So am I really gonna upload this? Don't talk about this. You will have to cut this part. No, don't do it. I really don't want to edit videos. It feels such a laborious, or it feels such a laborious work to do. So I should be more careful or more careless. Okay. What was I talking about? I should gather this up. It's been 18 minutes. So what's my conclusion? Yeah, I saw her channel and actually pretty much liked her songs. And it made me think that about this courage. And if I hold those qualities. But I think after I felt these things, nothing really stuck with me in terms of, emotions that cause stuckness and you just can't get out of your mind. Didn't cause me that kind of an effect, because immediately I knew that it doesn't matter. Because at this point, I just really can't do anything about it, right? I just, like, even if I figure that she's somehow better than me, like, I don't have those qualities and she does it doesn't really bother me, because if I don't have those qualities, okay, there's nothing much to think about. So if I do have those qualities, I can bloom later and it wouldn't matter, because my goal wouldn't be uh, shining those qualities before someone else does, or at the same time with someone else, at the same way, at the same greatness with someone else. That wouldn't be my point. That wouldn't be my aim. What would be my aim is, if I think that I have those qualities, my aim would be just to enjoy them. Like basically, simply to be happy and to feel. Because what's the point of holding any quality? You do it and you want to have that because it'll make you, it will give you some experience. You want the experience of those gods. Like I can want athleticism. Oh, I actually said it right. Because I want to feel that freedom in my body and this fun of it, basically. The feeling of flexibility and this speed and the excitement, the feeling of rush. So the experiences are aim. So if I hold those qualities somehow, all I need to do is forget about this whole story of qualities and instead focus on my currents arising internally at the moment, all the time. Like any desire coming up, any emotion coming up, any inspiration coming up, anything I can do right now, becoming aware of it, any action I can take, if there is. Actually, these things always come up to our awareness when we don't have to try hard to become aware of these things, so we don't miss out something, or we don't or we get things right. That's not like we are not like something that we need to check on or control. I think these things naturally come up, but the problem is we, for valid reasons, most of the time resist them or run away from them, from some information. Like, for example, I might be holding a fear or holding a conflicting desire, some other main desire. So I can be stopping myself right at when I need to take an action, when I'm at the point that I need to take action after having a realization. So I am becoming aware of my desire and my plans. I make plans and I become aware of why I want it. And then when I need to do something about it at that point, I can avoid that point forever. In my mind, I can justify the non-existence of that point. Like, I can just keep, I can draw a conclusion out of any thought, and that conclusion actually would end things for me. I can just make a conclusion like, oh yeah, that was is, and that and it's perfect, and it's the truth, and I got it, I understood it, I solved this. I solved the problem right now. This is how everything should have been. This is my truth. And that stops you right there. Like, this is what I did for years, I guess. Because the next steps would be about taking responsibility of that truth, which is not something you can do unless your main objection is that. My main objection is hasn't been that well hasn't been what it is right now. Maybe it's still not, and it's really weighing on me, because sometimes I'm like, I know I already understood what I need to do. This is what I have been asking for years, that wanting to I want to know what my point is, like what I need to do, but I kinda understood it now, but it doesn't feel all well, right? It feels, oh shit. Yeah. So sometimes we avoid awareness because we are not at the point we can take it with its responsibility, and we are not at a point that we are ready to play that role, so we avoid the whole information around that role, like the script. We know some, but we can't just learn it fully because we're not ready to come up to the stage, I guess. That was just an example of how we avoid things. It's not, taking action is not the only thing that we avoid. We also avoid, after taking action, keeping it. And there's whole another story why we would avoid consistency. I did that a lot too. Or end things, we can avoid that too. You can avoid everything actually. This video will need an edit because it's all mixed up, like me. But I'm really too lazy to edit my speaking errors. Please don't mind if anyone watches this. Okay. I guess I need to say goodbye at this point, and for the rest of my nights, I probably will be doing journaling because I'm not done. My recent cute YouTube experience with that person, her channel, helped me to have something I can talk in this video in a carefree way, because things that are currently more personal and to me are feeling like they have too much weigh on me for now to talk about them. So I thought I would talk about them, but I couldn't do it. Instead, I talked about her, which I am actually happier right now. So I will still have work to do with myself. So I will do journaling, some thinking, and I will try to get clear about my feelings and also my next steps and my thoughts. And I will probably cut this part because I somehow want to keep it private, but also want to be so real. But I want that reality to be seen instead of me speaking it. So maybe it is seen. Can't tell. but I feel very sleepy. But I have so much to do. I actually don't have anything to do, but I wanted to do much. I really feel okay. I kind of started to tune into my sadness. Wow. It really made me sleepy immediately. Does that happen to you? Okay, bye.